What's going on YouTube? It's me, Vrizo, back with another Tekken 8 Hwoarang tutorial video, and it's going to be based on down 3-4, right Flamingo stance, then 2. So it'll look like this, and also this. And so basically what some players want to know is what to do after hitting the 2 out of right Flamingo, and what else should they do if not the 2. And so for a lot of Hwoarang players, they play low and high, so up and down. So they'll do something like this all day long, and then when that gets stopped, they don't know what else to do. You know, they'll try something like that. So, you know, let's say I had them block all. You know, they'd be like, nothing's working. You know, he's blocking everything, or worse, if they're ducking everything. Boom, going over. That's going right over their head. Except for that, because you know, AI is stupid. But what else should you do? Well, a couple things you can do. You can backdash for one. You hit that. Stop trying to just rush into your next move. You know, backdash. Take your time. Actually think about what you're going to do next instead of just being predictable like a dummy and hitting down 3-4 over and over again. Another thing you can do is sidestep. If you know they're going to try to hit you and punish you with, like, let's say a jab, I would sidestep. So I'm going to set him to punish just so you can get a look. And yeah, let's select the mid attack, see if that works. Yeah. So if I was here, nope, you're hitting too early. Sidestep. Even if it's like a jab, right? If it's a linear attack, sidestep. Boom. Sidestep. Nope. Sidestep. Now, I would say you're better off sidestepping to the foreground, so that'd be towards the camera, towards you, than sidestepping to the background, because sometimes he will get hit depending on which character he's playing. And then you're just better off sidestepping to the foreground. Another thing you can do after 2 will be down forward 4 or up 4, or even up forward 4. So if I was here, okay, I'm gonna have him stop punishing. Yeah, if you was to do stuff like that, just to put you back in Flamingo, because you want to get into Flamingo. So outside of like launchers, a lot of good damage is going to come from being in Flamingo and getting your opponent to make a mistake. So if you're going to hit 2, I will hit either down forward 4, and you got to hold forward. Otherwise, that's -7. -7 on block. +5 on block if you go right into right Flamingo. So you want to go right into right Flamingo after the forward 4. If you go up 4, he stays in right Flamingo. So that's +3. And then since it's +5 on block, those are really good options. Also, you can hit, I think, was it 3 +4? So down 4, 3 +4. Like right afterwards. Not a good move if they block it, but if you anticipate that they're going to try to, you know, counter you, since that is 13 frames, just like the 2 after right Flamingo, you can get them. Again, let me set to punish. And yep. So if I'm here, boom. But you got to be careful, because either they won't, you know, if they just block, then, you know, you get countered. and or they might power crush you, right? And then lastly, what I like to do, there's two things I really like to do after hitting 2. Grab him. Does 45 damage, really good grab, I like it. Especially, you know, when you're mixing it up. You know, you can even, you know, if I mix it up like that and I'm here, I'll just grab them. They won't see it coming. They've been blocking everything else, but they're not going to expect the grab. Also, I will also do down forward 1 and 3 at a right stance. So you can do it in any stance, but that's also a quick move. That jab is 13 frames, just like the 2. And so again, if they're trying to counter you, they won't be able to, unless they hit you with, what am I doing? Oh my God. So my bad. So unless they're trying to, unless they're going to do a power crush or some kind of jumping attack or some kind of like, nah, because since it's mid, they won't be able to get off a low attack. So again, let's see. Boom. You're going to beat out their move if it's not power crush or a jumping attack, like every time. Unless it's something like, you know, Fang's back 1, I believe, or Yoshimitsu's that blissing sword move he does. Most of the time, if they're going to try to hit you out of this, let me see. Yeah, 1, 2. You can beat them. So that's another thing I like to do, because even if they don't punish and they just block, you can keep pressure like this. And for anybody that needs help on how to do this, I have a video on that, and the link will be in the description. But yeah, so those would be my favorite. Down forward 1, 3 to get into left Flamingo, because then you can set them up with a launcher. So I might hit them with that if they're trying to duck. And then most of the time they're not gonna be able to duck this, so they gotta sit there and block and try to think of what they want to do. And then by that time, I'm gonna grab them, or even hit them with a power crush myself if I see them about to attack. So that's some options of what you can do after hitting 2. Some other things you should do outside of hitting 2 is either hit 1, 2, or up forward 4, down forward 4. Good, especially you can get a combo off counter hit, and back 3. You can also, well, no, that would be a low. Most people know about the low. So those would just be some good mid options. I'm just laying out some mid options because most Hwoarang players seem to forget that, hey, you know, you can do other things besides just doing down 3, 4, then 2. Especially when they can just duck everything. So if I had him crouch blocking and we kept it like that, everything's gonna go over his head, and then you can really get countered, or even worse, they can low parry you. I don't think I can get the opponent to low parry me, unless, let me see if I can go to punish real quick and set this up. Alright, so I got it. And so if your opponent's gonna duck and you're being predictable, they'll low parry you. And boom, boom, low parry, which will set you up for a combo. So you don't want to be predictable like that if you're going to be Hwoarang. Stop it. And so yeah, hopefully, you know, for those who are excuse me, for those who are Hwoarang players, and for those who are trying to play as Hwoarang, you gotta mix up. You know, he got good mix up, but you gotta mix it up. You You know, you can't just sit here and gotta mix up the lows every now and then. I mean, yeah, mix up with the mid. Because even your launchers are mid, so you know you can. You don't have to be like every other Hwoarang player that's just gonna brain dead. They're just gonna do this, or even if they're doing this, because you can duck the 2, and then you know then you're cooked. You know if they, oh, got that by accident. So yeah, if they're gonna duck the 2, they're gonna duck that jab. You're cooked. So you got to start mixing it up. You know, if I'm here, hit him with that. Launch him. I'm here, launch him. You know, up. No, not that. Why he keep doing that? That right there. That's A and B. That's like you gotta press your 3 and 4. I'm on Xbox, so that's why I say A and B. But you gotta hit 3 and 4 real quickly. Kind of like that, but that's in right stance. So in left stance, you'll do it like this. And right Flamingo, because that's mid attacks too. So you know you gotta mix it up. Even here, mix it up. Yeah, I promise you, your game, if you're a Hwoarang player, your game will elevate if you learn to use the mids. Right? Even a simple uppercut like that. You see him, right? I mean, you got to be more predictable. I mean, less predictable. You got to be more unpredictable. Sorry. Because I mean, Hwoarang, once a person knows Hwoarang, he becomes really predictable and easy to beat. I mean, as long as you're like on your game and you're like, okay, I'm going to duck it every time I see it. I'm going to duck it. Like, he gets pretty easy to beat. So, but he's still a really strong character if you mix it up and you start using everything at your disposal. Because going up and down is going to do you no good. So yeah, hopefully you learned something, and I will see you in the next battle.